My mother tried to kill me and I forgave her. Me and my mom have always been very close. Despite arguing all the time, we pretty much always make up and learn something out of our disagreements. I used to be content with that, with having to go through the horrors of what arguing with my mother meant. She's punched me in the face and called me some of the worst things a mother can call their daughter. As I got older, I gained the ability to push back. This didn't help the severity of our arguing. About 2 years ago, we had our largest fight ever at that point. We kicked and screamed and hit each other until she literally dragged me out of her house. 9 months later, I returned mildly traumatized from the place I had been staying, and the fighting picked up again. About 3 months ago, we had our worst and possible most eye-opening fight yet. Bored of the usual torrent of abusive names and violent threats, and lashed out first for her to get away from me. This surprisingly scared her, which only made her angrier. My mother struck me in the eye, pinned me down and strangled me. I'd heard stories of my mother being violent enough to do something like this, but I'd been told they were lies. This made me not so sure. I begged for my life for what felt like a whole hour. My head never really stopped hurting. I get week-long headaches all the time now, and whenever I sit down to talk to her, my mind goes blank. Even though she said I could call the police and that she knows what she did was wrong, I didn't call anyone. I told my closest friend. I had to go to work the next day with bruises and cuts on my face and neck, but nobody said a thing. I'm clearly a minor, yet no one mentioned it. I forgave my mom as usual, and today she woke up in a bad mood, meaning we'll probably argue later in the week. I'm tired. I can't feel my head anymore. I distract myself all the time, but the state of my room and personal hygiene gives away everything. Maybe my mom feels guilty. I wish I could not burden her anymore and move out when I turn 18 next year, but this city is too expensive. I'm tired of being numb at home and myself outside, even when me and my mom are on good terms. I just want things to finally change.